Since time immemorial, humanity has sought to escape reality, to transcend pain, silence the mind, and forget the weight of existence. Among all the gateways we've discovered, alcohol has stood out as both a comfort and a curse. Today, it is the drink of celebration and sorrow, inspiration and oblivion. Yet very few stopped to question its deeper effects, not just on the body and mind, but on the spirit and energy field. In this video, we will explore the hidden spiritual consequences of alcohol, the truth behind its history, its impact on your energetic body, and what ancient traditions and spiritual masters have always known. 1. The occult origin of the word alcohol. The history of alcohol is far more mystical than we're told. The word alcohol originates from the Arabic term al-kagol, a fine black powder used to darken the eyes. But for ancient alchemists, it held a much deeper meaning. Alcohol was considered the body-eating spirit, a volatile essence that separates from matter. In alchemical terms, it represented a powerful, almost ghost-like substance, one that removes the soul or spirit from something. This is why alcoholic drinks are still called spirits today. 2. Alcohol in ancient civilizations. The use of alcohol dates back thousands of years. In Mesopotamia, beer and wine were sacred offerings to the gods. The Egyptians associated wine with Osiris, the god of fertility and renewal. The Greeks worshipped Dionysus, the god of divine madness, ecstasy, and transformation. In all these cultures, alcohol was revered as a bridge to the divine, but ancient mystics also warned of its dual nature. Alcohol could lift the veil, or lead the seeker into illusion. It had the power to reveal the self, but also to obscure truth, distort perception, and open one's field to destructive influences. 3. The energetic impact of alcohol. Modern science focuses on alcohol's chemical impact on the brain and liver, but esoteric traditions focus on its subtle effects on the aura. All mystical paths agree. We are more than flesh and bone. We are energy-living fields of vibration interacting with cosmic forces. Our aura is the energetic sheath around our body, reflecting our vitality and connection to the divine. When alcohol enters the system, it creates rips and holes in the aura. These openings make us vulnerable to lower astral entities, negative thought forms, and parasitic energies. Rudolf Steiner warned that alcohol weakens the spiritual body, allowing darker forces to manipulate the psyche. The more one drinks, the more unstable the energy body becomes. This is why people often feel drained, emotionally erratic, or spiritually disconnected after heavy drinking. 4. Chakras and disconnection. Alcohol especially disrupts the chakra system. It overstimulates the root chakra, increasing desire, fear, and survival mode thinking. It weakens the crown chakra, cutting off higher insight, divine connection, and inner clarity. This imbalance causes people to chase earthly pleasure while losing connection to spiritual truth. As a result, many unknowingly spiral into a cycle of desire, indulgence, and emptiness. 5. Why we're drawn to alcohol, the illusion. Despite all this, alcohol still exerts an irresistible pull. Why? Because it promises escape from pain, anxiety, sadness, and disconnection. It gives us temporary courage, false confidence, or a break from mental noise. For a moment, it feels like a cure. But this is an illusion, a chemical trick. It doesn't solve pain. It masks it. The Hermetic teachings say humanity is forever seeking unused mundus, the original unity, the oneness with Source. But when we drink to fill the void, we're seeking wholeness externally through something that ultimately depletes us. We're not finding ecstasy. We're avoiding emptiness. 6. Spiritual warnings across traditions. Across time and culture, spiritual teachers have warned us. Buddha forbade intoxicants in the Noble Eightfold Path, stating they cloud the mind and block enlightenment. The Bhagavad Gita says substances, like alcohol, destroy, sattva, purity, and amplify, tamas, ignorance, and rajas, restlessness. Sufis like Rumi used wine metaphorically to describe divine love, but cautioned against real intoxication. In shamanic practices, alcohol is said to weaken the light body, inviting negative entities. In Christianity, while wine is symbolic and ritual, saints like Augustine called drunkenness a form of self-destruction. In alchemy, alcohol was seen as a dangerous double-edged sword. It could extract essence or destroy it. Reckless use was warned to tear the soul from its grounding. 7. Collective energy and alcohol. The energetic impact of alcohol isn't just personal. In large groups, clubs, festivals, parties, the collective vibration drops when alcohol flows. People's auras mix, and the space becomes chaotic, dense, and unstable. This is why many spiritual traditions advise avoiding environments dominated by intoxication. The energy in such places is not neutral, it's heavily polarized, and often low vibrational. 8. The cycle of escape. What truly keeps us in the cycle of alcohol is emotional dependency. We don't just seek pleasure, we seek relief. We want to avoid what we're feeling: stress, loneliness, grief, or trauma. Alcohol becomes a false remedy. But the pain doesn't go away. It returns stronger, and with it, the urge to escape again. Thus a loop begins. A loop that numbs our sensitivity, separates us from intuition, and makes us forget the wisdom of our own spirit. 9. Breaking the spell, a new path. But there is a way out, and it begins with awareness. The moment you begin to ask, "Why am I drinking?" the spell begins to break. Your consciousness activates. You stop living on autopilot. You start witnessing. This is the first step toward liberation. From here, healing can begin. 10. Rebuilding the energy field. To restore your energy body, you don't need perfection. You need practice. Meditation to still the mind and cleanse the aura. Breath work to ground and move energy. Reiki, yoga, nature walks all rebuild the connection between body and soul. Even just silence is medicine. The more you reconnect with your essence, the less you'll need external crutches. You'll realize the peace you were searching for was always inside you. 11. Gratitude, nature, forgiveness. Other powerful tools. Gratitude reminds us we already have enough. Nature realigns our rhythm with Earth's frequency. Forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness. As Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Don't carry shame. Your past doesn't define you. Your choice to awaken does. 12. Final reflection. Are you ready? This is not a moral lecture. It is an invitation to choose clarity over illusion, to stop numbing your light and start living from it. Alcohol may have been a chapter on your path, but it doesn't need to be the story. You are not a slave to any substance. You are a vessel of divine awareness. You don't need to escape reality to feel joy. You only need to remember who you are. So the question remains, are you ready to step out of the fog and walk into the light of your awakened soul? Thank you for watching. If this message resonated, share it, subscribe, and walk with us on the path of clarity and truth.